If NFL teams looked like their names, the Green Bay Packers took their name from the Indian Packing Company, a meatpacking firm which provided the team with early funding and uniforms in 1919. The Tennessee Titans, previously called the Houston Oilers, changed their name in 1999 to reflect heroic qualities such as power, strength, and leadership. The name Jacksonville Jaguars was chosen in a fan contest before the team's 1995 debut. Jaguars were seen as a powerful and aggressive animal. In 1946, the San Francisco 49ers were named after the gold prospectors who flocked to California during the 1849 gold rush. The Carolina Panthers chose their name in 1993 because the owner, Jerry Richardson, wanted a strong, powerful image. The Buffalo Bills chose their name in 1960 in honor of Buffalo Bill Cody, a 19th century showman and bison hunter. In 1976, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers named themselves after the pirates who roamed Florida's Gulf Coast from the late 1600s to the mid-1800s. Originally the Titans, the New York Jets chose their name in 1963 to reflect the modern fast-paced image of air travel, and possibly also because they played near LaGuardia Airport. The Dallas Cowboys were originally planned to be called the Steers or Rangers, but Cowboys was chosen in 1960. The name reflects Texas's historic cowboy culture. In 1968, the Cincinnati Bengals were named after an earlier local pro football team from the 1930s. Head coach Paul Brown chose the name to maintain a local football tradition. Another Paul Brown reference. The Cleveland Browns were named after the team's first coach and co-founder in 1946, despite his reluctance to have the team named after him. The Denver Broncos were named in a fan contest in 1960, inspired by the wild Broncos, or untamed horses, of the American West. In 1934, the name Detroit Lions was chosen to match the city's baseball team, the Detroit Tigers, and to symbolize strength and dominance. The Houston Texans chose their name in 2000 to reflect Texas pride, and because Texans was a name associated with previous football teams. Other names that were apparently considered were Apollos and Wildcatters. The Kansas City Chiefs were named in honor of Mayor H. Roe Bartle, nicknamed Chief for his role in the Boy Scouts. The team was originally called the Dallas Texans before moving to Kansas City in 1963. The Los Angeles Chargers. The team's first owner, Baron Hilton, chose the name in 1959 after hearing the phrase "charge" at sporting events. In 1936, the Los Angeles Rams, originally the Cleveland Rams, were likely named after Fordham University's football team, which was popular at the time. The name Baltimore Ravens was inspired by Edgar Allan Poe's famous poem, The Raven. As Poe spent part of his life in Baltimore, the name was chosen as part of a fan contest in 1996. The name Minnesota Vikings was chosen in 1961 to represent the state's Scandinavian heritage and warrior spirit. The name Miami Dolphins was selected in a fan contest in 1965, inspired by the intelligence and agility of the animal. The Atlanta Falcons also got their name from a fan contest in 1965, with a school teacher winning by submitting Falcons, describing it as a bird of pride and courage. The New England Patriots were named to reflect the area's role in the American Revolution. The original name was Boston Patriots, but it was changed to New England when they moved to Foxborough in 1971. The New Orleans Saints were named after the song "When the Saints Go Marching In," and the city's strong Catholic heritage. The saints in the song refer to faithful believers entering heaven on Judgment Day. The Seattle Seahawks chose their name in a fan contest around 1975, with Seahawks being a nickname for ospreys, a bird of prey native to the Pacific Northwest. The New York Giants were named in 1925 after the baseball team of the same name. The baseball team originally took its name from their manager Jim Mutree's enthusiastic exclamation, "My big fellows, my Giants," following a victory in the 1880s. The Philadelphia Eagles were named in 1933 after the symbol of Franklin Roosevelt's National Recovery Act. The team's founder, Bert Bell, chose the name to reflect the spirit of resilience and patriotism. The Indianapolis Colts were originally based in Baltimore, and in 1953 were named after the city's horse racing tradition. The Washington Commanders, previously called the Redskins, and briefly, the Washington football team, chose their name in 2022 because of the Capitals' ties with the U.S. military. The Pittsburgh Steelers were named in 1940 in honor of the city's steel industry. The Las Vegas Raiders, previously the Oakland Raiders, chose their name in a fan contest in 1960. The Chicago Bears chose their name in 1922 to match the Chicago Cubs baseball team, but represent the larger size of football players. The Arizona Cardinals originally played in Chicago and wore faded red uniforms, inspiring the Cardinals name sometime before 1920, initially taking its inspiration from the color cardinal red, before later using the imagery of the cardinal bird. Coming soon, subscribe so you don't miss them. The NCAA, the Premier League, the MLB, the ITF, the NBA, the ICC, the NHL.